In 2011, South Sudan became the world's newest country. People were filled with joy and hope for the future. But even though South Sudan had many natural resources, it also faced big problems. There was a lot of poverty, violence, and uncertainty. This is the story of South Sudan, a country dealing with sadness, but still working hard for a better future. From the beginning, things were tough. Many years of fighting had hurt the country. There were very few roads, hospitals, or schools. The happiness of becoming independent was mixed with the huge task of rebuilding the nation. South Sudan is a place of contradictions. It has beautiful land and many resources, but it also suffers from poverty and conflict. It's a place where hope and despair exist together. South Sudan is a country in northeastern Africa without a coastline. It has many different types of land, from wide open grasslands to thick forests and areas with water and plants. The White Nile River flows through the middle of South Sudan, giving life to the land and influencing how people live. South Sudan has two main seasons, a rainy season from April to October and a dry season from November to March. The rain is important for growing food, but sometimes it floods, causing problems. During the dry season, there isn't much water, and the land becomes very dry. The people of South Sudan have learned to live with these difficult and unpredictable changes in weather, showing how tough and resourceful they are. The White Nile River is extremely important for South Sudan. It provides water for farming, transportation, and supports many plants and animals. Every year, when the river floods, it leaves behind nutrient-rich soil, which helps crops grow. However, the Nile River can also be dangerous. During the rainy season, it often overflows, flooding villages, ruining crops, and forcing people to leave their homes. These floods cause a lot of hardship and remind us of the delicate balance between humans and nature in this challenging environment. The Nile River represents the challenges and opportunities that South Sudan faces. It can give life and cause destruction. Finding ways to use the river's resources while staying safe from its dangers is important for the country's growth. South Sudan has an amazing variety of cultures, with over 60 ethnic groups, each with its own language, traditions, and beliefs. South Sudan is a vibrant mix of human experiences. The Dinka, the largest group, are mostly cattle herders. Their lives are closely tied to their animals. The Nuer, another large group, also herd cattle. Other groups, like the Shilluk and Azande, have their own unique customs and art forms. Even after many years of conflict and displacement, the people of South Sudan have held on to their cultural identities. Music, dance, and storytelling are important ways they keep their traditions alive, teach younger generations, and feel a sense of belonging. In South Sudan, cattle are incredibly important, especially for the Dinka and Nuer people. These animals are deeply woven into the fabric of their daily lives and traditions. They are much more than just animals. They are a vital part of their culture, economy, and beliefs. Cattle are adorned with cultural symbols, reflecting their esteemed status in society. Cattle represent wealth, social standing, and respect. Owning a large herd is a sign of prosperity and influence within the community. They are a source of pride and provide food. Milk from cattle is a staple in their diet, and the animals are often showcased in community gatherings. Cattle are often given as a gift from the groom's family to the bride's family during marriage ceremonies, strengthening ties between families and clans. This exchange is a significant cultural practice that underscores the importance of cattle in social rituals. They are also used to resolve disagreements and bring peace between groups that have been fighting. Elders often use cattle as a means to negotiate and settle disputes, fostering harmony and cooperation. Many people in South Sudan rely on cattle to make a living. Herdsmen spend their days tending to their animals, ensuring they are healthy and well-fed. Cattle provide milk, meat, and leather. These resources are essential for daily sustenance and economic activities, supporting families and communities. They are a source of income and a way to invest for the future. Trading cattle at markets is a common practice, allowing families to secure financial stability. However, this dependence on cattle can also cause conflict, as groups may fight over grazing land and water sources. The scarcity of these resources can lead to tensions and clashes, highlighting the challenges faced by those who rely on cattle for their livelihood. South Sudan's diverse cultures are reflected in the many languages spoken and religions practiced throughout the country. With over 60 languages, it shows how culturally rich South Sudan is. English and Arabic are the official languages, which helps people from different groups communicate. However, local languages are still very important for preserving cultural identity and heritage. Christianity is the main religion in South Sudan, introduced during the time when Europeans controlled the country. However, traditional African religions, which focus on honoring ancestors and connecting with nature, are still practiced in many communities. Often, people combine Christian and indigenous beliefs, creating a unique spiritual blend. The fact that different religions and languages coexist in South Sudan shows its commitment to acceptance and inclusion. Protecting this diversity is essential for creating unity and peace. South Sudan's journey to becoming an independent nation was long and difficult. The path was fraught with numerous obstacles, including decades of civil war and immense suffering. Many years of conflict with the north, filled with violence and displacement, made people want to govern themselves. The struggle for autonomy was driven by a desire for peace and self-determination. The Comprehensive Peace Agreement in 2005 brought some hope. It was a significant milestone that aimed to end the long-standing hostilities and pave the way for a brighter future. It gave the South more control over its affairs and eventually led to a vote on independence. This vote was a momentous occasion, symbolizing the people's aspirations for a new beginning. In 2011, the people of South Sudan voted overwhelmingly to become their own country, a historic moment of freedom. The streets were filled with jubilation as the dream of independence became a reality. However, the joy of independence was short-lived. The euphoria quickly gave way to the harsh realities of nation-building. The new nation faced many problems left over from the years of conflict, including a lack of development and deep divisions between ethnic groups. The infrastructure was in ruins, and social cohesion was fragile. Soon after independence, fighting broke out within South Sudan, caused by political disagreements, ethnic tensions, and competition for resources. The internal strife threatened to undo the hard-won gains of independence. These conflicts have forced many people to flee their homes, led to human rights abuses, and created a devastating humanitarian crisis. The international community has been called upon to provide aid and support, but the challenges remain immense. Even though South Sudan has many natural resources, it is very poor. Years of fighting have destroyed the economy, infrastructure, and farming. The country relies heavily on selling oil to other countries, which means its economy is affected by changes in oil prices worldwide. Most people in South Sudan live in rural areas and rely on farming and raising livestock to survive. However, frequent droughts, floods, and conflicts have made it extremely difficult to grow food, leading to widespread hunger. Access to essential services like healthcare, education, and clean water is limited, especially in rural areas. Corruption, weak leadership, and a lack of investment have made these problems worse, preventing economic growth and sustainable development. Addressing these deep-rooted issues is crucial for breaking free from poverty and building a more prosperous future. Despite the enormous challenges South Sudan faces, there are signs of hope. The country has endured years of conflict and hardship, but the spirit of its people remains unbroken. The resilience of the South Sudanese people is evident in their daily lives. From the farmers who till the land to the families who gather together, their strength shines through. Their determination to rebuild their lives is unwavering. Communities are coming together to reconstruct homes, schools, and vital infrastructure, laying the foundation for a brighter future. The sight of children in school uniforms and the optimism of the youth are truly inspiring. Education is a beacon of hope, offering the promise of a better tomorrow. Local communities, often led by women and young people, are working together to promote peace, resolve conflicts, and empower themselves. These grassroots efforts are crucial for lasting change. International organizations are working tirelessly to provide humanitarian aid. They support education and healthcare programs and promote sustainable development, ensuring that no one is left behind. Support for education and healthcare is vital. Schools and clinics are being built, providing essential services that are the backbone of a thriving society. The road ahead for South Sudan is long and difficult. The challenges are many, but so are the opportunities for growth and development. By investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, the nation can build a solid foundation for future generations. Promoting good governance and the rule of law is essential. Transparent and accountable leadership can guide the country towards stability and prosperity. Encouraging dialogue and reconciliation is key. Through open communication and mutual understanding, conflicts can be resolved and peace can be achieved. South Sudan can overcome its challenges and create a more peaceful and prosperous future for all its people. The joy and laughter of children playing are a testament to the enduring hope that lives within every community. The journey may be long and the path may be fraught with obstacles, but the determination of the South Sudanese people is unwavering. The spirit of the South Sudanese people shows that hope, like a strong seed, can grow even in the most challenging circumstances. Their perseverance is a beacon of light in the darkest times. With continued support and unwavering resolve, South Sudan can transform its challenges into opportunities, nurturing a future where hope flourishes and dreams become reality.